Well, hello again from Las Vegas. I'm wrapping up my May travels. I spent 1 week in Phoenix. Flew from Salt Lake City, went to Phoenix, Arizona, my old stomping grounds. I lived there for 8 years before I moved to California, and then moved on to Salt Lake City. Well, Phoenix was a blast. We had a lot of dining experiences and got to meet with a lot of locals, and it was really a good time. I will say my accommodations weren't as wonderful as I had hoped. You can travel discount have discount hotel stays down there if you stay at Extended Stay Americas, and I had stayed at one over in the East Valley the last time I was there, and it was very clean, very nice, and everything. The one I stayed at this time in Scottsdale, where all the nightlife action is, it was kind of like a little less than a Motel 6. Anyway, I managed to sleep on the bed and call it good. But anyway, flew from there to Las Vegas, and I've been here for 3 days, and it's been really fun here. I'm staying across the street over at Paris, and on the 32nd floor, right below the top where all the suites are, and the room is spectacular. And what a change! Anyway, very nice to be in a hotel where everything is clean and all that stuff. I even checked the mattress, and they even have a zippered mattress encasement, and I didn't even have to ask. What more can you ask for? Anyway, it's been a fun 3 days. I went to the pool over there, and the pool outside Paris is very nice. It's super warm water. Even for this time of year, they must heat that. And, well, so this is the last day of my trip. Tomorrow I fly back to Salt Lake City. So I thought, I've got to tie a ribbon on this trip. And so I'm across the street right now from Paris. Right now I'm in the Bellagio Hotel and Casino. And this is more of an elite, it's more expensive to stay here. The Bellagio is more of a business traveler / kind of light in the loafers sort of stay. They have motorized blinds for the windows and all that stuff. It's very, very posh. Dining here is not expensive, but they have very fine dining here. I did try just around the corner here. I'm kind of like the pool is behind me out this window here. And down here we have more fine dining. Well, just around the corner around here, they have a crepe store. And their crepes are very, very good. You can't miss it. Right in the glass window, there's a chocolate, huge fondue plant. It's just all glass, and it's just for show, I think. Nobody goes in there, but it's just chocolate. It's just dripping. It must be like 40 gallons of chocolate just dripping all through this stuff. Pumped back around and recycled again over and over again. Well, so this was a budget trip for me, so I had to play it simple, but I wanted to get something before I left. So I came out of Paris, and I walked just down a little ways over to Harrah's, and now life doesn't get any better than this. When I was over at Harrah's, I saw something I had to have, all right? So they do have Dunkin' Donuts. Get a half a dozen for $14. And if you can see in here, the way I set this up, I got two strawberry sprinkles, all right? And then, now check this out. Right above those two, there's 2 jelly-filled donuts, and those are coated with sugar, all right? Now on the far left here, now check this on the far left. You've got 2 on the far left. On the bottom, you've got a sour cream glazed. But on top of that, you have right here where my finger is, that's a French cruller. Light, flaky, and just glazed with sugar. So that's my meal for this evening, and I'm going to eat it all. Now you got to wash that down with something. So you wouldn't know this unless you've been around here, unless you happen to stumble upon it or know where it is. But Dunkin' Donuts is in Harrah's. Okay, they have 2 Dunkin' Donuts. I got this out front where everybody is, all right? Did I say Harris? I meant to say the Link, L-I-N-Q. My bad. So there is a Dunkin' Donuts at Harris as well. Maybe I got that confused. But there is this Dunkin' Donuts. There's two in the Link. Now I bought the donuts out front, but in back, if you snake down the back aisle, back if you're going toward the monorail, they have the Boss Cafe. Well, what I got. All right. I got a Mountain Dew Boss Cafe soda, light on the ice. And they have these thick plastic containers. You have to ask for the lid. I had to ask for the lid. So the good thing about the Bellagio, and I'm putting my glasses on so I can. Oh, absolutely, have a chair by all means. Yes, you can have that one. I've got these two. So the good thing about being on this side of the strip, on the other side you've got, cheaper hotels. You've got the Link, you've got Harrah's, you've got the Flamingo, generally more affordable. Well, on this side of the street, you've got the Bellagio, and you've got Caesars right next to it. Now, you can come here, and when you're here, you can check these out. Right down the hall here, they have wedding chapels, all right? Now, these wedding chapels, you have to rent by the hour. I mean, they rent. These are nice wedding chapels. I've never asked for pricing, but they're super nice wedding chapels, both here in the Bellagio and in Caesars. And they have like a little low-level guard there, at least over at Caesars. I haven't asked here. I've walked into the one at Caesars, and they have a low-level guard there standing there. It's kind of like just a general. He lets everybody pass, but you got to talk to him. So yes, and I said, I want to check out your wedding chapel. Just look. Oh yeah, go right ahead. So I went in, and it's non-sectarian. Now I'm not sure, and I didn't ask about this. I never thought to. If you want an Elvis entertainer in there, I'm not sure if they offer that service or if that's like an aftermarket thing you have to get maybe from Fremont Street. I'm not sure. But I'm sure it's available. This is Las Vegas, absolutely. And then which Elvis do you want of the 13? The fat Elvis, the skinny Elvis, So for your wedding experience. Now here's another thing. So for this order, what you could do, because reserving those wedding chapels is I can imagine quite pricey. By the hour. It's by the hour. They may even do it longer. They'll do anything here in Vegas. So what you might be able to do is do like a little 5-minute thing by just kind of like sneaking in. So maybe have your Elvis guy, your marriage partner, and do a little quick 5-minute thing. Just like not even, find something that has maybe a ministerial license. It's not hard to get those. You can generally like $100 and apply online. We'll have that. Know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. To have him there, okay? Give him $20 to do the ceremony for you, and do it all in 5 minutes. Have a guy timing. Pay the guy timing $20. Your minister $20. The Elvis guy is probably going to want $250s, and then $2, one for you and one for your partner. All right, so a total of $142 in 5 minutes. That's how you do this. So you just walk, you all kind of like just meander, saunter in, say, I want to check out the wedding chapel, and then, have the Elvis guy, I've got to take a leak. And, have your minister guys say, I've got to administer rights to a releasing of the spirit in the restroom or something like that. And then you and your partner kind of like, one say, well, I'm here I've got to meet my wife, and have the other guy say, like come in like 2 minutes later and say, well, I've got to well, he'll know how to talk to the low-level guard. I'm quite sure he'll say something. Don't let him talk too long. Let him do like a little talk about swallows going to Africa or something. And then you all just meet in the chapel. There may be people in there already kind of checking it out for themselves, just kind of humming on around. You all swarm to the front. Have the 5-minute timer guy start the timer. Do the exchange. So in this case, I would eat the strawberry frosted donut, okay, with sprinkles. And the other guy would eat the French cruller. Elvis would most likely eat the sour cream, knowing Elvis. He was a working guy. He was nonstop here. And that leaves you 3 donuts left. So your timer guy is going to want probably the jelly filled just for a sugar rush because he's working hard looking at his watch. And then the other strawberry frosted donut and the other jelly filled donut can be used as a bribe for the low-level guard in case he starts to throw a fuss or get a little suspicious. So get all that done. Exchange your $2 bills instead of wedding rings. And then, now, if you want to nullify things really quickly, what you can do is take your dollar bill, tear it up, and throw it in the trash. It's only $1. The U.S. economy won't crumble. And you'll be away from that thing for a while. Then you left him at the altar, and he has to check out. That's the rules and that's the law. So there you go. Anyway, that's how you do weddings in Las Vegas. On the cheap and on the fly. I hope this was a very informative video for you, and stay tuned for more of my travel, food review, and insider knowledge and nickel knowledge tips on how to get by in Las Vegas. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.